Hey everyone, this is Sandy Lutzke, and I am here to talk a little bit about roots today. And there are so many different types of roots to talk about, which obviously I have some up here that really need to be taken care of, but I haven't done that yet. But yet at the same time, then there's something like this, where there's actually a lot of roots that are deeply hidden within the earth, but not only within the earth, but within our souls and within our minds, within our bodies. And sometimes we just kind of think that these things are permanent. But they actually don't have to be permanent if you don't want them to be permanent. And when we think about that as a whole, sometimes there's a lot of work that has to be put into different things. And it really does depend on you and what it is that you want to put into it. Because I'm telling you right now, for myself personally, when I do take a look at my landscaping and I take a look at all the different roots that are in there, and roots don't grow overnight. They are things that continuously grow and grow and grow with time. And we don't actually realize it because it's with us, right? So when we're living a story and it's in our past, and we continuously live in that story, even though we are the writer, we're the director, we're the creator, we are the actor within our story. We are the ones to actually put to blame for it, and we allow ourselves to get into certain situations, and yet at the same time we can blame you and you and you and you and you. But yet at the same time, why is it always so hard for us to blame ourselves? And I do the exact same thing. It's so easy to place blame against people, places, and things. It's like, for instance, you're trying to go on to a new diet, and now all of a sudden it's like people are calling you left and right, and they're like, hey, you want to go out to eat? Or hey, let's go out and have a glass of wine. Or hey, you want to come over for a cookout? Or let's make some s'mores or have a cookie party and exchange all these different types of cookies. Because let's face it, these are different things that come up, and these are people, places, and things that stop you from having your own reality. What that is that's actually your own back door. It's your reason to escape as to why you can't do these things and why these different things are impossible. It's the escape. It's out the back door. It's so obvious, so in your face. But how many times are we actually able to say no? How often are we able to say yes to everything else? How often are we actually able to say yes to ourselves? Yes to our projects that we need to get done. Yes to the time that we need to spend with ourselves. Yes to the time that we need to heal. Yes to the time that we need to get a project done. Yes to the time that we want to spend with our children, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We always have a tendency to put ourselves last. Unless if you're a narcissist, which they're always going to twist and manipulate everything around, and that's a totally different topic right there. But yeah, we have such a hard time to put ourselves first. So what happens if we were actually able to say no, and to now take a deep look at what is rooted beneath us, what's making us the person that we are today, that we're maybe wanting to crawl out of, so I deal with a lot of esteem issues, and I can continue to say that it went back to when I was in school, and how everybody used to pick on me and tease me and tell me how ugly I was every single day, and how I wasn't really worth anything at all. I could maybe go into even how I felt in competition with my peers, or how I felt in competition with my brother, because I always felt like my brother did have a lot more friends, and he had a lot more confidence, and it's like I can go into all these different things, and how I felt maybe that my parents looked at him a lot different, and it was just because of how he acted, how he came across to everyone else. But yet at the same time, I can tell you from how deep that those roots grew. I have been taking a lot of mindfulness classes. I've been doing so much self-help. I have been allowing myself to grow with the classes that I have been taking, and it's over 20 years. I've probably been doing these things for 24 years already, just to gain confidence within myself. But again, that's how deeply rooted some things are. And it's taken me that much to continue to chip away. And every single class that I have invested in myself, which how many times are you willing to invest in yourself? And I'm going to say that there's not a lot, because we would rather invest in other people's realities than our own realities. Because, let's face it, our kids are more important, our friends are more important, our parents are more important, our brothers and sisters, our aunts and uncles, our co-workers, our boss is always going to be more important than what we are. And we have to get these tasks done, because that's been deeply rooted inside of us, to say everyone else comes first, and it's better to give than what it is to receive. And it's so much better to allow all these different things to happen, because your hard work, your really, really super hard work, is going to pay off in the end. And sometimes you get a slap in the face for the hard work that you've done. And I know some of you know that you're able to relate to this. And it's because of the deep roots that we have inside. So how many times have you committed, you've made oaths, you've made vows to everyone else, except to you, except to yourself. And are you all ready, like, just to toss it away? To put that in the hole, to put that in the earth and the ground below you? Are you actually able to forgive yourself for all those times that you've allowed yourself to dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper within that hole that you've dug? And whatever that might bring up for you, are you also ready to just throw behind you and to start something that's totally fresh and totally new? Because we allowed this to happen to ourselves. We allowed it. You know, you can say, oh, it was fate, it was this, it was that, blah, 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 blah. But actually, in the end, we allow people to step over us. We allow people to put us down. We allow ourselves to become last. So what if now you actually stood up for yourself and you said, hey, hello, I'm here because my life is great and I am awesome and I am ready to recreate myself. I am here to recreate my living. I am here to recreate everything around me, you know, including those big roots and now that hole. So what happens when we have the hole? Now you're like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Like, I feel so empty. I don't know what to do. I feel so lonely. I feel so sad. What do I do? Who do I go to? I just lost all my friends. That's the part where life becomes frickin' uncomfortable. And let me tell you, uncomfortable frickin' sucks. It sucks like hell. And it's so hard to get out of uncomfortable. It's so hard to feel like you're different and like you stand out from everyone else. But there really is a light at the end of the tunnel. And you're gonna say, really, Sandy? Really? How does that even work? Well, the light at the end of the tunnel is we continue to move forward. We say goodbye to old friendships. We say goodbye to the past. You know, it's us up-leveling. We are upgrading to the very next level. And it's at that time when we let it go, when we're able to say, okay, now what, God? I don't know what else to do because I'm stuck, I'm alone, I just lost everybody, I just lost everything around me. It is at that point in time that you are starting to up-level and you continue to ask questions of what else is possible now? What more is it that I am able to achieve and accomplish that I haven't been able to before? And then I want you to watch the miracles happen. Everything happen around you. Because that's the most important thing right there. And you're going to notice how everything shifts and changes. But it's also because You recognized yourself, you're redefining yourself, you know yourself as a whole, and you're not allowing anyone else to redefine you. And so whatever else that brings up, are you now willing to throw it in the bin, throw it away, say goodbye, and move on to something that's bigger and greater than you could ever even imagine? Because it's at that point in time when we can actually look back 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Oh my God, that was such a shitty time in my life, but yet I'm so glad that I did it. How many times are we actually able to say, I'm so glad that we did this? And how many other times have we been saying to ourselves, I wish I would have done this. And if I didn't do this, what would have that created? Because a lot of times we do say, what if I did this? What if I could have done this? Maybe I just should have done this. And let me tell you what, that's nothing. That's all in the past, and you did absolutely nothing. You did nothing to create something else. Because we all have choice, and with that choice, we're actually able to create something new. And guess what? It's like what they say about women, what they say about children. They change their mind all the time. Guess what? It's okay. So it didn't work out for you. Okay, let's choose something different now. We have so much choice. There's so much more that you're able to do for you. There's so much more where you don't have to say, oh, my life sucks and blah, 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 and then you just drag yourself down and down and down. You don't have to do that. I'm telling you. Okay, we all have our down moments. We all cry. We all feel sad inside. We too. But look for something different. Look for something that's going to create something greater for you. Say yes. How many times have you said no to every single opportunity that's come to your way? I can tell you what, I've been so afraid to travel all by myself. I traveled halfway around the world to actually do a class by myself where I actually needed to have a French translator. I didn't know what I was walking into, but it was the best goddamn experience in my whole entire life. And I met people that I know are always going to have my back, no matter what. It's when you up level. It's when you say yes. It's when you are actually willing to step outside of that box. Not be a square. You're going to step outside that box that's been too small for you for the longest time, and you know it, and you keep stuffing yourself in that box because that box is comfortable. Even though you're going to complain about that box every single freaking day of your life. Who wants to complain? Why not just change? Why not just say yes to you, to the change that you were truly meant to be, to the change for the people that you're truly supposed to meet, and to the job where you're supposed to be at, to the home that you're supposed to be at, to the vacation you're supposed to be at, to wherever in life it is supposed to be at. Even if it's just saying, fuck yeah, I'm doing this for me. It's not going to affect anyone else. I've always wanted to do this my whole life, and I've always been afraid. Do it. Say yes. Say yes to you. I guarantee you, your life will change. And all those roots are going to be uplifted. They are going to come out. And I promise you, I absolutely promise you, I could swear on this on a stack of Bibles. I could swear on it on my life. Your world is going to change. And I do guarantee it's going to change for the better. I guarantee you that, yeah, you're going to go through some really bad discomfort. But remember, that's out the back door. You're now letting something else come in greater. And so, for me, I am hoping for you that you allow that choice to open up that back door, to say goodbye to what it is that you know now, to say goodbye to those really deep roots, because you don't need them anymore. And no, maybe you can't do this by yourself, and it does take a lot of other people, because it will. Like I said, it's taken me like almost 25 years of my life to see this and to have classes and to become somewhat free of it. I'm still not free. I'm not perfect. But how about you? What is it that you can create today? What is it that you can say goodbye to today and put it out the back door? Because you don't need it. And I have faith in you. I believe in you. You are needed within this planet. This planet would not be the same without you. This world would not be the same without you. And the people that you know would not be the same without you. So please, please say yes to you. Please create something greater and up-level yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.